While usability evaluations and usability testing might sound similar, they have distinct differences, and knowing when to use each one can dramatically improve the quality of your product and speed of delivery. Let's find out the difference between these two things. Over the years, I've noticed the term user test being used as a catch-all for any different type of test with users. In particular, this tends to happen a lot with usability testing, being referred to as a user test. But we're not testing the user, we're testing the usability of the product or design. Muddling these things up can lead to poor design decisions because we can inadvertently make our users responsible for decisions that should be made by the design team. Good design requires skills and knowledge and expertise. So how do we balance that with our feedback from our users? Today I want to explore these two different types of activities: a usability evaluation done by members of a design team and usability testing performed with users, to make sure that we get the best of both the design knowledge and expertise and feedback from our users. Let's start with usability evaluations. A usability evaluation is a structured process in which a member of the design team or somebody with expert usability knowledge performs an assessment. This assessment is done against a set of predefined criteria that can be either industry standards or standards that the design team has pre-agreed on. The design, prototype, or product is then evaluated against this criteria. These types of standards might look something like: content should use plain language and be easy to understand. Navigation should provide clear pathways both forwards and backwards. Or interactive elements should help users move efficiently through their journey. Using these standards means that you can highlight areas for improvement early on. It's an activity that can be done early and often and as many times as you like throughout the design process, as it doesn't rely on users. It also means that we're not waiting until later on in the process and to get things in front of users before we can pinpoint and identify issues. At Usability View, we like to use a framework that centers around task success, architecture, language, feedback, and interaction. Now let's have a look at usability testing. Usability testing is about observing the real intended users of your product interacting with it. It focuses on completing real tasks and observing and identifying where they succeed, where they struggle, and any pain points or changes that might need to happen before the product goes live. A usability test needs a usable prototype, product, website, or app, predefined tasks that you want the user to perform, and a facilitator, moderator, and/or observers watching the interaction. The facilitator and observers are observing the participant, looking for any moments of hesitation, uncertainty, struggles, or pain points while they complete their task. Even if the user can complete the task, these observations help us to determine the overall quality of the product and help us look for other areas of improvement. Usability testing can be done at different points in the development process. Firstly, it can be done to baseline the current experience with users. If your product is already live, this can be a helpful activity to determine any current pain points or issues that already exist. Secondly, it can be used to explore something new. During the design process, a usability test can help to determine how well your design is performing in terms of usability, how users might interact with it, and lower the risk of anything going wrong once your product is in production. So, in conclusion, each of these activities brings unique value to the design and development process. A usability evaluation relies on expert knowledge and can be done at any time. This can lead to identifying improvements early and often. A usability test requires observation of real intended users interacting with your product. This can help surface real-world behaviors and pain points for improvement. Used together, they're a great way of reducing rework and leading to more accurate and actionable insights. So, if you're new to usability or just want some help or support or advice, get in touch. You can check out our website below or subscribe to our channel for more content. Thanks for watching.